Hey everyone, welcome to Tuesday night class. This is class number 1, Essential Oils 101. We're going to cover safety and CPTG, among other things. I'm Diane.
And I'm Tammy. We're joining in from northeastern Nevada.
Yep, so maybe in the chat, you guys tell us where you're from, and if you'll remember to keep yourselves muted and turn your cameras on too, so we can see who's here.
All right, you guys. So on the screen, you'll see a list of our 8 classes. This is our continuing education. And up here tonight, we're on class number 1. So that you guys know for joining in, anytime that you attend 8 of our classes, then you earn a free gift from whoever invited you to join our group or our classes. Now you'll be able to find these classes. Replays, Sarah there is recording it, but we can send you replays, links, things like that. So,
And you don't have to do them in order. So let's
correct.
say you do class 1 and then you're busy next week. You can just jump around, and once you have 8 done, we'll gift you that book.
Right. And it doesn't matter. We always learn something. So sometimes I watch the same one multiple times.
Yep, same.
All right.
You need to make that smaller. All right, so big question, is the modern approach to medicine effective? Okay, so the modern approach, what does that entail? It's designed to manage your symptoms. It's made from isolated synthetic agents. It's got side effects, some that we know, some that we don't know. And of course, everybody's different. So, and there's this is staggering, 6.5 trillion a year is spent on global healthcare. And are we as a society healthier?
No,
No,
I don't believe we are.
no. So,
So then we have, or is the natural approach, where with the natural approach, you guys, we like to address the body's needs and the root causes, because a lot of times what is inside down in our roots become physical ailments or symptoms, if you will. So with natural approaches, we use things that are extracted from plants and herbs to ensure purity, effectiveness. We use what God has given us that we can right from the earth, right? From our plants, our trees, our herbs, fruit, all the things. So with our natural approach, we know that it's safe and we will not get side effects. We usually get side benefits.
okay, so why is doTERRA different? All right, there's no fillers, no synthetic ingredients, no dilution. And we get our essential oils from the plants, and those plants are grown in their ideal environments, like where they're naturally grown. We're not going to just, go out and cultivate our field and grow some frankincense out here. Okay, it
Right.
wouldn't make any sense. We've got ideal chemistry, which gives us consistency, and there's over 54 tests to ensure purity and potency. And those tests are not just done in-house, okay? Those are done by third party. And because our essential oils are so pure, then we can use them topically, aromatically, and internally.
And most of our oils, we actually recommend that you use them internally.
Yeah. Would you go back one slide, please, Sarah? So doTERRA set the standard for essential oils, and it's called CPTG, which stands for Certified Pure Tested Grade. And, remember that when you guys are using your essential oils, that they they fit all those categories.
So when we're talking about purity, you guys, I just want to show you that in this little bottle here, for the standard, unlike doTERRA, to say that it's pure essential oil, it only has to have 6% of the real oil. Now, something that doTERRA does is it ensures that 100% is natural, pure, beyond organic. So it is 100% the pure oil with no fillers, no additives, no adulteration whatsoever.
And then these 15 ml bottles are about 250 drops
Right,
of essential oil. So when you break that down per drop, it's pretty cheap.
right. Okay, Sarah, go ahead.
And we want to thank Sarah tonight for running our slides for us. We had a little bit of a
Technology
snafu.
snap through.
Okay. All right.
So you guys, there are lots of, we were talking about tested. doTERRA is continuously testing research, doing research on products. As we learn, today we're going to tell you to use something for something. And what I love about these essential oils is those side benefits. It also helps other things. So here's a little bit of a study where Roseman University has done lots of research and study for us, and we were able to share. We can share different results of different studies for you, but with Roseman University's studies, they have found that doTERRA oils were found to be therapeutically relevant in cell growth and rejuvenation. We have oils that help and support metabolic health and that also help with a healthy inflammatory response.
So, and what they've also found is that essential oils from different competitors had minimal effects. Hence, I mean, it's because our oils are pure. And then we've got a conclusion here. They concluded that the therapeutic potential of essential oils is highly dependent on the complete composition of the oil, hence no contaminants whatsoever. So where we source it, how we process it, and characterization are critical to giving us those pure essential oils. I'll let you start.
Okay. So some of the most frequently asked questions that we get are they safe? What's in the bottle? And we just told you about their guarantee that we have pure essential oils. And yes, they are safe. They are safe. Like we said, Diane's talked about the way that we can use them internally, topically, or aromatically. Now, doTERRA guarantees that doTERRA difference is that they're 100% pure. There's no risk of addiction. They are pure tested grade, and they are safe to ingest. So they are plant-based.
All right, so take a look at the picture on the right. This is a actual incident where someone gave their granddaughter some lavender essential oil. They were out of their doTERRA lavender, so they thought, oh, it's just lavender. And so they grabbed some off-brand that they had sitting around. And as you can see, these poor little girls were scarred. And so using pure essential oils is critical. Okay, so
there's three places. Diane already talked about the three ways that we use our essential oils, which are aromatically, topically, and internally. Now, there are also three areas on our bodies that we'd like to avoid not to put doTERRA's oils in or on, because they are so pure. They're so potent. We avoid by putting them directly in our eyes, directly in our ears, and directly up our noses, due to how pure they are and the tissues. And when we use doTERRA oils, we always tell people it's better to use less more often. So whatever incident or symptom you're trying to work with, you want to use a little bit, wait 20 or 30 minutes. If you're not getting the desired effect, then apply again, use again, smell, take, however you're using it at the time. And then we've got some safety tips.
okay, so a couple of things. Some essential oils are considered hot. And so there's a list in front of you there, cassia, cinnamon, etc. So if you're putting these essential oils on topically and you get a little sensitive to them, you're going to want to dilute it with coconut oil. And so that's actually the next slide or the next bullet point here. And we recommend using fractionated coconut oil. So doTERRA takes the coconut oil and they spin the fat solids out of it. And what happens is then you have a pure liquid form of the coconut oil and it won't go rancid. And so by applying that coconut oil with the essential oil, it does three things. Number one, it helps to lessen the sensitivity to the essential oil. Number two, it helps it to stay topical and working longer. And number three, I just lost number three, Tammy. Uh, oh, you can cover a larger area and use less oil. Remember we said less more often. So like if I were putting oils on Tammy's back, let's say, I don't, because her back, like all of our backs is a large area, right? I'm not going to want to put, 5 to 10 drops of essential oil. I just need a few drops, add that coconut oil, and I can cover a larger area.
So another little safety tip is photosensitivity. Now, when we are using our citrus oils on a topical area, then we need to be very careful of going out into the sun, direct sunlight. If you're already somewhat sensitive to the sun, then really dilute that a lot or don't even apply it. Now we can take it internally and we're fine, but when we use our citrus oils, it does increase our photosensitivity. So that is something that we need to really think about. So we always like to tell people when soaking up the sun, make sure to apply your citrus oils where the sun doesn't shine.
And one more thing to keep in mind is some of our blends have citrus oils in them. So be aware of that as well. Yeah.
Thanks. All right, so we were talking about the three ways that we can use doTERRA, and I'm going to start with, you'll see in a lot of the slides or a lot of the resources that we use, you'll see these a key where it's got an A, a T, or an I. Now these represent how they recommend that we use that oil or that blend aromatically, topically, or internally. Now, aromatically we'll use through smell. So whether we use it in a essential oil diffuser, and we've got diffusers that you add water to, they also add moisture into the air, diffuser / humidifiers. There are other diffusers, like some people might be used to those other brands where you just plug something in the wall. Well, we've got something similar too to help scent your home. So we can use them in our diffusers. We can put them in our hands by putting a drop and then just smelling it. Excuse me, taking a couple of puffs, which that was my introduction to essential oils due to respiratory issues. And we can wear them as personal fragrance. So that is how we can use these oils aromatically. We can put them on jewelry too. A lot of people will now, you see a lot of jewelry that have lava beads or even little ceramic, leather, wood beads. You can apply the oils to that.
All right, next is going to be topical. And as we mentioned before, remember to be really cautious with those citrus oils, but you just massage it into your skin, apply it to targeted areas and rub it in, and you can add it to lotion or moisturizers. And again, we mentioned the fractionated coconut oil, which would help it to stay in and work a little bit longer.
Something I do love when you said add it to lotions and moisturizers, Diane, is a lot of times what I love, doTERRA offers us an unscented lotion that we can make our own personal scents on a daily, right? We can use something calming at the end of the day, or we can use something invigorating in the morning. So we're able to actually make the lotion, there's so many scented lotions out there, we can actually customize it the way we like it. So, all right, now through ingesting, we talked about that, but you'll see right in bold or red type there, doTERRA is not only safe, but it's recommended that we take these oils internally through ingesting, which means now you can add them to your water. Something we do recommend, it helps cleanse our system, is by putting citrus oils in every bit of water that we drink. Now we can add 1 to 2 drops, depending on what you like. But again, I love customizing my drinking water because sometimes I need citrus and sometimes I'll even add a drop of peppermint or wintergreen or something like that to it. And, when I'm doing that, I know that I'm working from the inside out. Now, another thing that we can do, and anybody that knows Diane knows she carries this little container around here, and you'll see that it says you can take them in a veggie cap. Now, these are doTERRA's empty veggie caps, if you can see that.
Get close to that. Okay.
And you can actually custom make whatever your body needs by blending your own oils. So Diane carries these empty, and a lot of people will carry a few around with them. And then we can put as many drops as desired in that, depending on what your targeted issue is.
While we're on that subject though, let's go back to the water. If you are going to put essential oil, when you put, I'm not going to say if you do, I'm going to say when you put essential oils in your water or whatever it is you're drinking, make sure that you're using either glass, ceramic, or stainless steel. Okay. There's kind of another safety thing. The petrochemicals in citrus oils, sorry, the citrus oils will break down petrochemicals. So if you're drinking out of a plastic container, that's not a good thing.
Right. I mean, if I'm in a hurry and I'm somewhere where I have a little bottle, I will sometimes put a drop in, but make sure you drink it pretty quick because you can actually see it break down your water bottles, coffee cups, things like that.
Yeah.
So,
okay, and then last, this is for those of us that are super brave. You can just drop the essential oils under your tongue. And what happens in that regard is that it goes into your bloodstream quicker, so it's going to work quicker. And so that's to me fast and easy. I don't
absolutely.
have to find
You can get over the taste too, right?
Right.
Yeah, I like to tell people, I don't know, back in the day, you always saw older or people with, a little bit of health issues with those little pills. If you ever see grandpa do this, stick it under his tongue and you'll see change instantly. Or
Yeah.
for me working in the school system now, EpiPens, and we're seeing more and more. So I think about something for instant relief. Well, then get this stuff in you immediately.
Right.
All right, Sarah.
All right. Second question we're asked, are they effective? Yes, they will kill viruses and bacteria. So here is a very simplified diagram of a cell. And as you can see, the virus lives inside the cell, the bacteria lives outside of the cell. And what happens is if you have a bacterial infection, you can go get an antibiotic. That's where it got its name. Okay, antibacterial. And it'll take care of it, right? But again, you have to go to the doctor, you have to sit in the waiting room, yada, yada, you know the drill. Okay. Whereas I can just go to my natural medicine cabinet in my room and I can get what I need and I can take care of anything that's bacterial. All right. But the beauty of essential oils, besides that, obviously, is, virus. So what happens when we have virus, Tammy?
You go to the doctor and they say, oh, it's a virus. It's just got to run its course, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, we are definitely having some symptoms, correct? So you can see here that this little gold wavy thing is that something really cool about doTERRA's essential oils is they actually can break that outer membrane that protects our cell so that we can start to get relief, right?
Yep. They can go in there and they can kick that virus out of there.
Yep.
All right. And I know I have firsthand testimonies about that. So
Yeah.
on more than one occasion. Yeah. And I didn't have to go anywhere. I was in the comfort of my own home. So. All right. Third question. Are they affordable?
Absolutely. Like Diane was just saying, you get sick, you've got to take time off from work, you might have to find childcare, go sit at a doctor where you're exposed to more things. And, and nowadays everybody's so worried about their insurance, right? Who's got copay or whatever. But when you really look at the cost of these oils, you guys, when you break down what we call a dose, if you will, the suggested usage for an average adult is 1 to 3 drops. So here you can see there's a few of the oils that we have and how much per drop. So when you're having a symptom and you need something, pennies for the drop, you're going to start feeling better. You're going to, start getting things to break through that cell membrane for relief and healing.
And it doesn't matter. Let's say that you're trying to overcome something and you're taking oils internally and it's not really having the effect that you need. So you're going to have to try something else. Thankfully, the oils that you've already consumed aren't going to hurt you because they're pure. Unlike if you go to the doctor and they act, or God forbid, the pharmacy and they give you the wrong prescription, you
Right.
know? So
that's where those side benefits come in. No matter what, you're going to have some side
Yeah.
benefits. On the screen there, you're going to see the scratchy throat or itchy eyes, seasonal threats that might, I know that I used to suffer from those. Now, right here, it's showing you that what we would recommend is 2 drops of lemon, 2 drops of lavender, and 2 drops of peppermint. And when you look at the cost of that, 12 cents for lemon, 24 for lavender, as to opposed to all the side effects of, for me, I remember seasonal issues and the medications, whether I was getting a shot or sticking something up my nose or in my eyes, and then I had to take a nap, and now I don't have to. Okay, Sarah?
We can't see the top of that slide.
So here's some of the most popular oils here. This is kind of a starting a group to kind of replace those things that we have in our medicine cabinets, if you will. So here's some of the top oils, and you'll see on the top left, we have oregano, which is antibacterial, antiviral. Oregano can help with warts, skin tags, body aches, and irritated throat because it is a natural antibiotic. Now you will have seen, I know on TV, there's commercials where they talk about their eggs and their chickens and whatever, have been treated with oregano, or what do they call it? More of the organic stuff where, they're not putting additive in their feed and things like that.
So oregano and tea tree are a powerhouse together. And that's our next one is tea tree, also known as melaleuca. But these two work really well synergistically together to help knock out anything. Of course, you're going to want to add a couple other guys in there, but it's also antifungal and it's great for anything skin related. It's actually really, really gentle. It's good for your scalp. Like if you have an itchy scalp or you have some things going on, maybe your kids have little critters that they picked up at school.
And one little critter. Yep.
Yeah.
This is a great oil that you can add. We talk about it, 1 or 2 drops to your fingertips and just rub it on your scalp.
Put it in shampoo.
Add it to your shampoos.
Mhm.
Now both of these oils, or even, we're talking about antifungal. So tea tree can also be added to your toothpaste to help with mouth stuff if you've got some things going on with your irritations in your mouth and stuff. Oregano would be one that, again, that came up on our hot oils. So if I had something in my mouth, I would definitely dilute that. But yes, I would use that internally also.
Okay. And then On Guard. This is our great immunity boost. So this is a blend that doTERRA put together. It's made up of several essential oils blended together. Oregano and tea tree are pure, and that's just oregano. It's just tea tree, but On Guard is what we call a blend. And so they've gone in and they picked up and put together some of the best oils for our immune system. And so scratchy throat, you can just gargle with it.
Teething babies, a toothache, if you've got it, we've heard of clove, and this blend has clove in there. It also is really good on sliced apples. For me, who has to go to school, slicing an apple and sticking it in a lunch, it'll help not it'll slow down the process of the apple turning colors, and it just gives us that nice fall flavor added to it.
Yeah,
So,
that little bit of cinnamon in
yeah,
there is
that
really
little-
sweet.
yep, cinnamon and clove on there. So
Yeah.
it's holiday. And then, of course, we have Diane's boyfriend.
Yeah, frankincense. When in doubt, take your frankincense out. So it's very, very regenerative for the skin. Any kind of skin irritation, it's really good for. It's also very calming. And it's good for inflammation. So you can take this internally under your tongue, put it in a veggie cap. We have some new products that have come out. We've now got frankincense in a capsule. And so this is going to be really, I think, a game changer for a lot of people to deal with that inflammation in their body.
Right. And talking about our purity and the ongoing studies and research and things like that, if you were to, our frankincense has been proven to, cell regeneration, that when you're kind of cloudy in your mind and things like that, all kinds of things, but our frankincense has been, definitely you can find our frankincense in PubMed.gov. I believe there's a article about the research and the benefits of frankincense.
And it's actually 4 different varieties of frankincense into one. So what that does is, so you could kind of call it a frankincense blend, really, if you think
Yeah.
about it. But so what happens when they take 4 different types and mix them together, you're getting the benefits of the chemical constituents of all those 4 different types, as opposed to if we just had one.
Right.
So that's pretty cool.
All right, then we have lavender. You guys, lavender, everybody's heard of lavender, right? Whether it's in your kid's bedtime bath, if it's, candles, bed sprays, room sprays. Again, talking about the purity of our lavender, it is calming. It is a natural antihistamine. It also, going back to tea tree, I love those two together, lavender and tea tree, for any kind of skin stuff and any seasonal things. I've talked about, we call it the Swiss Army knife, right? But it will help with any kind of burn, whether it's chemical, sunburn, things like that. This is an oil that needs to be in every kitchen. It needs to be in every camper thing. What I love about it is whether my eyes are feeling runny, burny, or itchy, that I can dab the top of that lavender and just blot it by my eyes right on the bone there, and that symptom stops almost immediately.
That natural antihistamine.
Yeah,
It's beautiful for that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So now one of our citrus, lemon, one of my favorites. I just love it in my water. As a matter of fact, we're sitting at my dining room table and I keep one right here by my salt and pepper so I can put it in my water when I have dinner. But it's detoxing and it's cleansing and detoxing and from the inside out. So it's helping to rid my body of stuff that I put in that shouldn't be in there or that
Right.
got in there somehow, It's also uplifting. All the citruses are very, very uplifting. So if you need a boost of energy or just to, you're feeling a little down or whatever, just breathe in some citrus oil and it helps to balance the heart too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, then peppermint. Now, you guys, peppermint, something that's really neat about our doTERRA's peppermint oil is 1 drop of their peppermint oil is strong enough that it is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So, I mean, that's pretty amazing. Peppermint is cooling to the body. It's like Diane was saying, lemon was uplifting. We, in the summertime around here, we make a spray. It's called Cool Off, and we add few drops of peppermint and a couple of drops of a citrus, whether you pick lemon or orange or tangerine, and we add it to a water bottle, and it'll bring down your body's temperature. It's very good for head issues, tummy issues. Back in the day, you saw the little red and white candies. I know my grandma would give us the little red and white mints after dinner at her house. Really, really good for that. And what I love about that is it also, now that the seasons are changing, it's really good to add a drop to your hot cocoa. I know that there's a couple of people on here, Diane, I think Jules Tipton, and they'll add it to their lattes. Not big coffee drinkers, but they'll have a peppermint in their latte. I love so far all of these oils that we've talked about. They're all ones that we can use all three ways, internally, topically, and aromatically. All right.
Digestin, that's for everything gut. All right. So if you need to slow things down because they're going out too fast, or if you need to speed things up because they're not going out of your body, if you guys know what I mean, digestin is great for that. This is one of my favorites to pop under my tongue.
Yep.
One of the things I've noticed as I age is that sometimes after dinner, I'll start getting a little bit of heartburn, which I never did when I was younger. You know, you could eat and drink whatever
Right,
and just be
right.
fine, go run a marathon, whatever. Not really, I never ran a marathon. If you know
Wow.
me, you know that's a lie. But anyway, and I'll just go and just a couple of drops of digestin under my tongue and chase it with a little bit of water and just takes care of that. You know, it's wonderful. Yeah.
Digestin is a doTERRA proprietary blend. Now, the blends that we've talked about are all proprietary to doTERRA. So you'll see under here that says everything for your gut and your sinus. Now, I remember I used to say it's for everything from your head to toes, right?
Mhm.
Because there's oils in this blend that could help with skin irritations. There's oils in there that could help cool you off. So it helps with that. Now you see sinus on there. Now who's thinking, gosh, you just told me that it was going to help with, diarrhea, constipation, all the stuff, heartburn, but my sinuses, I'm here to tell you, you guys, it is amazing for sinuses. Whether you use it on your sinus tea, like I do, or a lot of people who've had, chronic sinus issues, they like to actually, if you put it into your belly button, that's our lifeline, right? Our
Mhm.
belly button. We can also put any and all of these oils directly into our belly button, and we're going to also have relief, have some side benefits.
I'm gonna let you talk about breathe because this was
Okay.
your gateway oil,
Yep.
right?
Yep. So breathe is exactly what it says, right? It allows us and supports us to help us breathe a little bit better than we are at sometimes. So the oils, the blend that is in there helps open our airways for whether it's seasonal discomfort. It's really good to use. A lot of people have been practicing breath work, but for me, breathe, I actually was diagnosed with some respiratory stuff when I was younger, but I don't own that, and nor do I have the symptoms of that anymore. Thank you to doTERRA. But breathe is an oil where I would stick a drop or two in the palm of my hand. I would take the opposing hand, take a finger and rub that in the palm, and then make a little funnel with my hand and hold it over it, not really tight, but just over. And for me, I love just taking a couple deep breaths. If you've ever had to use an inhaler, you know what that is, a couple of deep puffs by breathing in, sucking that air in. Now I'm not closing it really tight on there. I'm doing that a couple of times and I can feel my airways just start to open right in my chest up here. Now for me, what I found really beneficial for me is I take a few puffs just strictly through my mouth, and then I close my mouth and I put my nose over it. And if you ever had the opportunity, try that. Not only with breathe, you can do it with digestion, you can do it with peppermint, but be careful. They'll make your eyes water a little bit, but you can feel the difference. I can feel things opening up on my face, my sinus area, when I'm doing it through my nose, and then I feel it in my chest and lungs when I'm doing it through my mouth.
So a good pairing would be breathe and peppermint too.
I
Yeah,
do love.
a drop of each of those.
Yep.
And then you could kick it up with some Frank
Sure.
because
Yeah.
he's always good.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, Sarah, thank you.
All right. Now we're going to talk about our mind and our mood. These are three great essential oils that can help us just, for example, balance. It just helps to ground us for the day. So if we're experiencing any overwhelm or disconnected, grief and trauma, any of that, it's just going to ground us and help us to be more balanced, hence the name. I like to start my day with it on the bottoms of my feet. I feel it just gives me a nice foundation for getting ready to head on.
I love setting our mind and the mood for the day, starting it one way, but then also as things happen throughout the day, at the end of the day, reset and make
Mhm.
sure that we're ending that in a good thing. So a lot of times balance will be in the morning and at night for me. Then we go to adaptive. That just allows us and gives us the feeling to know that we can adapt to whatever's coming towards us. If we're feeling anxious or worried, this is an amazing oil just to help us feel like
We
this
got
too
this.
shall pass. This, yep, it's all good.
Yeah,
Everything's
we've got
good.
this. You know, when my favorite time to use it is when I'm getting ready to drive into Salt Lake to get on their freeways.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
that's a great time.
yeah, that's really helpful for me. Serenity is one of my favorites. This is a great one to help us just de-stress, help us relax. I love mixing balance and serenity together. I think it's an amazing combination. It's just very, very relaxing. So it's got lavender in it. It's all of these are proprietary blends. But as you can see, it's just really good for just kind of calming us down.
Right. I'm going to give you a little hack with balance. I'm going to go back to balance. And I know that people who have used this, a family member particularly, if you're going in for a blood draw, whether you're having, if you have regular blood work or something, I've seen where my family member, due to having some health issues, a lot of times when she goes in for her monthly, at least once a month blood work, her veins would almost collapse. They'd have a really hard time, and the phlebotomist would have to, try different areas. Now we're seeing an increase with not only warming her arm, but we rub balance before she gets in, at once or twice around the area of the arm that she prefers to have that blood draw. So it's really nice. Smells amazing too.
Oh my gosh, it does smell amazing. Yeah, that's another reason I love starting my day with it, because then I just sit after I put on the bottom of my feet and just breathe it in for a while.
Right.
Yeah. All right, let's talk inflammation, Tammy. Tammy's got some inflammation going on right now,
Yep,
so I'm gonna let her
yep.
jump in first.
So we've got a whole line of deep blue products, correct? We've got the deep blue oil. Now you'll see in this picture, the lid looks a little bit different than the other oils that have been shown. And our deep blue comes in a little 5 ml bottle with a safety cap. So when it has a safety cap, to me, I try to tell people, dynamite comes in small packages. So these little oils pack a big punch. So we have deep blue in a capsule form. It's a polyphenol, which we can take internally and we can work on inner inflammation. Then we have the deep blue oil. Then we have a deep blue lotion right next to that. It's a rub. And in that bottle of rub, you get one whole bottle, which is 5 ml of the deep blue oil in there. Now, Diane talked a little bit about how coconut oil, and it gives you a bigger area of coverage, but it stays topically longer. So with this deep blue rub, or the next one over the deep blue stick, we put that on topically to cover a little bit bigger area.
And the deep blue stick is, to me, it's deep blue on steroids because we've added copaiba or
Right.
copaiba, however you want to say it, to it. And it just, anytime you add copaiba or frankincense to any of our essential oils, it's like a little power boost, I like to tell people.
Right. So something else when we talk about inflammation is, a lot of talk out there is, CBDs and things like that. Well, we have copaiba, which also comes in the deep blue stick. It comes in the actual oil which can be taken internally also. And then we also have it in a soft gel. Now, this was doTERRA's answer to the desire of people wanting CBD because of the purity. Now, this is CBD on steroids because we've got receptors that only copaiba can affect as to opposed to CBD. And we don't have to worry about any tests or anything like that if our employment or anything, because of this copaiba, it is sourced out of Brazil, that it is pure. It won't alter any kind of drug testing or things like that, but you're going to get the same benefit of CBD and then some.
I love Copaiba because it hits all of the body systems. It's good for every body
Right.
system.
Frankincense's little brother,
I
right?
know, right? Okay. All right. So, let's talk about foundational health here. So we want to nourish and fortify our foundational health because that is our foundation. That's the base that we're trying to build this healthy lifestyle from. Okay, so we have what's called the lifelong vitality products, and they're sitting right there in front of you. And on the right-hand side, and we're not going to read through this, you guys can look at that. But if you bought the equivalents of all the nutrients that are in our lifelong vitality, you would be spending up to 900, you bet about $900. Whereas this is about $88 a month. It's 3 different products. We've got the Alpha CRS, which is good for our brain health, our sorry, this is our cellular repair supplement. Sorry about that. I missed that one up. And then the omega is for it's your omegas. It's our brain health and our heart health. And then the VMZ, which is our vitamin and mineral supplement. I cannot live without this product. You can take away all the others, but I got to have this every day.
So something really awesome too is if you wanted to take a screenshot of the ingredients, you could also try to find these supplements like Diane said. But on top of all of that, we've got whole foods that are in there and some of our amazing essential oils. So a lot of people who go, oh my gosh, an omega, well, that is marine and plant oils. But what they do is they have added little tummy tamers and oils that are going to improve the taste of those. So unlike any other, something else that's super amazing about this, I mean, for $88, you have a month's worth of supplements, correct? But you guys, doTERRA is an essential oil company, but as of now, Lifelong Vitality is their #1 seller. And if you don't feel something different in 30 days, they offer a 30-day money back guarantee. I don't know anybody who does that. I've never heard of a company that does that.
And as you can see up at the top, the American public is grossly deficient in all of those major nutrients, which are included in our lifelong vitality. So I just grabbed my calculator real quickly. Comes out to $3 a day.
A cup of coffee, less than a cup of coffee.
Yeah. How many people
At your
buy
local
one every
coffee house, yeah.
single day? Yeah.
Yep.
And in a little bit, we're going to talk about a different foundational product that we now have access to. So stay tuned for that.
Go ahead, sir.
Thanks, Sarah.
So here's a little bit about those. Like Diane was just talking about, our vitamin and minerals, our Microplex VMZ also has whole food nutrients in there. It helps support our digestive tract and our metabolism. And the Alpha CRS is nourishing to all of our cells, our mitochondrial support. So that's our brain health, right, you guys? And with those omegas, with the cellular repair, we also can increase energy levels. So it can reduce our oxidative stressors, which is super cool because who doesn't have stress in their lives? Well, it's because she's newly retired, but anyway. And then we have that omega, right? And so that you do know, doTERRA does offer supplements in a vegan formula if you're questioning anything about that. So what else?
No, I think it's good. They can take screenshots. I mean, we're not going to read through the whole slide.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, sir.
Okay. So when you purchase Lifelong Vitality or or the Advantage, which we haven't really talked about Advantage, but we could talk about that in just a little bit. But when you place your order for one of these two, you get a drop-down menu and you can get these other supplements at a tremendous discount. you can get up to 3 different
Items, yeah.
items. And I just placed my order today because we're really low on some stuff and I need it here soon. And I was able to get the Advantage and then add another Advantage on there because Jeff and I are both taking it. So this
Nice.
is a really, really great way to save money. So whenever you bundle, you want to chat a little bit about Advantage? I don't think there's a slide
Yeah, I
on it.
just want to say that with this, that means when you have a wholesale account with doTERRA,
Oh, good point, Tammy.
that's when you get even below wholesale pricing. So with these drop down menus, that's all I wanted to kind of say. But now the Advantage line, we're going to learn more in another Tuesday night class, but that is doTERRA's collagen. The MetaPower Advantage is what is it,
9
different types of collagens?
Mhm.
And you guys, people are, I know for me, I used to think collagen was only for your skin, right? Grandma's skin. Well, now that I'm a grandma, not only do I need it for the skin, but at almost 60 years old, I still work in a warehouse. I get a little sore every once in a while, but I'm feeling by taking advantage on a daily, I'm a little, I can move a little more freely than I would have been due to a lot of these supplements.
Yeah, and as
So,
Tammy said, we're going to do a deep dive in a different class. So, or you can reach out to whoever invited you because most of us are pretty knowledgeable.
right.
All right. Thanks, Sarah.
And I'm not watching the chat to answer any questions.
Oh, me
but-
neither. Okay. All right. So this should have like flashing lights. We should have confetti falling. We should have a band playing in the background because a lot of people, including me, are super excited about this. So this is our remember we mentioned lifelong vitality. This is our new foundational wellness that will replace lifelong vitality and the omegas. So the VMG Plus is a powder and it has all the things that you need, including some greens. And it tastes really good.
Because everybody knows, as a society, we don't get enough greens in our diet, our daily diet. Like we saw the statistics earlier, us Americans are really struggling for health and wellness. And doTERRA, I love that they're constantly back to their research, back to the science, looking out for us. Now, a little bit about lifelong vitality before you talk about this is lifelong vitality. The suggested full protocol dosage was 8 throughout the day, 12 capsules, pills. And for a lot of people, that's a lot. Now, I mean, I'm very fortunate, very grateful that I can throw 20 pills in my mouth and swallow them.
Same.
A lot of people do not, but now here we've got vitamins and minerals and then the greens. So not only would we have had to take all the supplements, we'd have to take
Greens
on top of that. And now we don't have to do that any longer.
So we've got that foundational wellness right there with that VMG Plus, the plus meaning that it's got the greens in there.
And
and other things,
goodness.
yes. Okay, and the technology that's behind that, it's in a powdered form, so it helps our body to
Assimilate it.
take it in and utilize it at its best. And then we pair that with another new product, which is the EO Mega Plus. So this is essential oil,
Omegas,
yeah, it's our omegas, but they've added
wild orange essential
Wanted to
oil
say
in there
lemon.
to help with.
You need to
lemon.
jump in here.
To help with our all around health, because we know that it's good cleansing internally. It's going to help keep everything clean. Now, for me, you guys, I am still taking my lifelong vitality. I did see something pop up. They're going to continue with lifelong vitality. For me, what I saw suggested, and I'm really enjoying, is I'm taking my regular dose of lifelong vitality one day. The next day I'm taking my VMG plus
With your
and the
new
omegas.
omegas.
Yes. So, if you're happy with your lifelong vitality and you're doing great, or you have some on hand, by all means, we're not telling you to stop that. This is, again,
another,
good, better, best kind
another
of a
choice,
thing.
just
Yes,
another choice.
another
Yeah.
option,
But
which I love.
yeah, and we can't talk about foundational wellness without talking about our gut.
Right. So then we've got PB Restore, right? So PB Restore is super, super supportive for our gut health. Now we're adding these greens to it, which also is helping our gut, right? To our VMG plus. And so we have this Restore, which is a dual encapsulated system that has, I like to say, pre, present, and post biotics in there, probiotics and things like that. And you guys, we all need to be taking at least one of those every single day. I know people who take 3 to 4 a day. It's super, our gut is our second brain, right? So what else do you know?
Well, I was going to say, which is not showing on the slide, but if again, you're kind of don't want to take another pill, it comes also in these little, like pixie stick kind of powder form.
Right.
And when we had our event here in Elko and the nurse Lauren Bush that works for doTERRA was here, and she was actually saying that one in particular was really good for hormones in women.
So
I guess in men too, right?
different delivery systems,
Yeah,
correct?
so-
We were talking about using things sublingual, directly in our mouth, things like that. So when we do, and again, we would had a little probiotic powder, if you will, which is safe for anybody, kids, grandkids, grandparents, anybody. And it also has very sweet tasting, the powder, the little pixie stick. So,
Yeah.
okay, Sarah.
I just
And
want
I
to
know-
the oils they put in the VMG and the omega actually increase the absorbency into our bodies.
Oh, thanks for that, Sarah. And we are going to, I know we'll be deep diving into these new products, so stay tuned. All right.
Now you're seeing a picture here of if you are already have a wholesale membership with doTERRA. We were talking about the drop downs where you can get even more discounted add-ons, and you'll see pictures here. If you are just joining us and you want to know more, please reach out to whoever invited you, and they can get you started, get you enrolled with the foundational products that you need to take control of our health and happiness, health and wellness. So something else, as we do have Sarah here, thank you for running the slides and the show. But as of right now, we are in October 1st, 2024. Sarah is participating in a amazing opportunity. She has partnered with doTERRA, where if you were to newly join or re-enroll, if it's been a while, that if we connect you with Sarah, that we can get you free products.
Bobby's on here too.
And we have Bobby. So we have Sarah and Bobby Ogle that are participating. Sorry, Bobby, in something called Diamond Club, where they partnered up with doTERRA and have all these free things to offer. So if you are in that area, whoever invited you, please reach out. Make sure Sarah, Bobby, or even Haley is doing something. We can get you a code to offer you even free products.
More free stuff.
More free stuff.
We love free stuff.
Yes. So you can do, if you guys want to screenshot that, sorry, if you wanted to, that just kind of shows you your discounted add-ons. You'll see the little box down at the bottom second to the right. That's the little pixie stick that Diane was talking about, if you will. And you guys, something I love about those things is I know Sarah teaches our kids class, but I have a 7-year-old grandson and a 10-year-old grandson, and I'm not worried if I've caught them cutting them open and one of them had 5 one day. Unlike something you're going to get at a drugstore, right? I wasn't worried about it. I was a little upset, definitely, but wasn't worried about anything. I didn't think I might have to keep them home and be in a bathroom or anything like that. We were able to just go on with the day. And that's another thing that I just love about this stuff. Okay.
Okay, as Tammy mentioned, today's October 1st, 2024, and we have some amazing promos this month. So this is every month, doTERRA has a 10% off oil, and this month it's pink pepper because the reason is because it's breast cancer awareness month, and pink pepper has been known to support breast health. And so then every month you also get, depending on your order, if your order is 125 PV or more, you get a free eucalyptus, which I love. I keep one in my shower.
Yeah.
And I put a couple of drops in before I, start my shower, and it's like having my own personal spa. You want to talk about the freebie?
Sure. And then, you guys, doTERRA always has offers. Again, we talked about free things. I want to talk a little bit about pink pepper really quick too. And
Oh, okay.
you can research, doTERRA's pink pepper resource, or I'm sorry.
Origins?
Yes. And they talk about, watching women and pink pepper. So there's a little video if you want to learn more about that and see how they harvest pink pepper. And it also does talk about the benefits, like we said, October's breast cancer awareness. It is super, super health beneficial. It supports your breast tissue and your lymphatic system and your metabolism. All right, so every month we are offered a free product. And like Diane said, but sometimes we also get things depending on how much we order. And this month we have, we do have, or we do have specials where we can get, again, this is just October 2024, where we can get fiber. Now, you guys, this fiber, doTERRA's fiber tastes amazing. I like it mixed with a little bit of warm water. I also like to add it to my baking. Now, again, Sarah, who teaches kids classes, and myself, because I love to cook, I love being able to use oils and the products in all of my cooking, because society has gotten so used to convenience and fast food and, this or that. But I love sneaking in a little bit more healthier choices or ingredients into my cooking. So I love adding the fiber. My grandchildren drink it as a hot drink. It's really good. And then we have white grapefruit coming in, and that's something that smells amazing. It can be added to your lotions. It helps break down fat cells, cellulite, things like that. It's super refreshing smelling. So that is another one of the offers for free product this month, depending on what your order is.
So if your order is 200 PV, and PV, I keep saying PV, and if you're new, you're probably like, what's she talking about? That's point value. Every product has a point value. And so when you place your order, you'll have a dollar amount, and then you'll have a point value amount. And so if your order is at least 200 PV, you're going to get free fiber,
Right.
free white grapefruit, free eucalyptus, free pink pepper, or not, sorry.
Not free, but if you connect with one of the gals, Bobby Ogle, Sarah Collins, or Haley, they have offers for free oils
For new people.
for new
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Yep. All right. So if you have any questions, reach out to the person who invited you. And then we can make sure that you get the best bang for your buck. Now, today, starting October, we were able to add on that second foundational line that we talked about. And not only that, we have new products. Again, we didn't talk a lot about it. We've got the frankincense that Diane talked about that comes in a stick formula. And when we say stick, you guys, it's almost like the consistency of a deodorant stick. So it's nice and thick. And the nice thing is, it just glides right on your skin smoothly. And it does not clog your pores or anything like that if you're worried. But October 1st, we're able to order the new foundational line of the VMG Plus, the Omegas, and then we have the frankincense stick, frankincense capsules, and we also have, I see Jules Tipton put the sticks are a must. I agree. All sticks that they offer are a must. We do have 3 new oils that are for diffusing. So if you're into setting the mood for, you know, different mood enhancers, if you will, ask the person that invited you, because for a limited time, there are 3 blends of oils. One is called Amazon Escape, one is Vineyard, and the other is Coastal or Ocean. Now, these are meant for diffusing, putting them in your diffusers. They definitely are not oils that will be taken internally or worn, you know.
Typically worn on the
Yeah,
skin.
they're typically just put in the diffusers for
Mhm.
setting the mood, if you will.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Thank you, Sarah.
All right.
Oh, looks like we are done, aren't we? So you guys, thank you for joining us.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
So do you want to stop the recording, Sarah? Thank you. All right.